Jet helmets can be a tricky category since a lot of the focus is on your experience of the helmet, so we've set out on our road test to find the best one for 2020. Sebastian from Champion Helmets here, and with Jet helmets, the thing most people are looking for, besides a basic level of safety, is the full experience of the road and the bike. Manufacturers often pride themselves on how wide the field of view of the visor is and how much comfort you really get. But marketing and handsome business casual models aside, let's see how these helmets really do out on the road. For today's road test, we've chosen our top 3 helmets, which includes the Arai SZ-R VAS, the Schuberth M1 Pro, and the Shoei J-Cruise II. Just a reminder before going further to subscribe and check out our YouTube channel where we have full-length reviews and road tests of each individual helmet. Each of these helmets here represent the top of their respective company's jet helmet lines and offer a surprisingly large array of options. But before taking them out on the road, just a quick refresher for how we set up our road tests. On the left is a white monitor showing the helmet's internal temperature in degrees Celsius. This is measured through a thermometer placed in the helmet's ABS grooves. In the middle is a decibel meter taking readings from a microphone placed near our rider's ear. On the right is a phone showing the day's airspeed from an anemometer mounted on the bike. Lastly, in the middle, on the dash, is our rider's speed and the day's external temperature. First up, we've got the Arai SZ-R VAS, Arai's main entry to the jet helmet market. This helmet is made of Arai's peripherally belted complex laminate construction using Arai's special fiber laminates to create a very strong and light helmet, and it has 3 shell sizes. The helmet comes at a recommended retail price of about 600 euros or approximately $660. This was also a light helmet since it is a jet helmet and comes in weighing at about 1,350 grams in a size M. The SZ-R VAS's ventilation system was inspired by the Arai RX-7V, so this means this helmet will have very strong ventilation. The helmet's vents are located in a set of 3 at the top and 2 rear exhausts at the back. All of these air intakes are adjustable using small switches. The visor of the SZ-R VAS is pinlock prepared, and the pinlock insert and Arai's Pro Shade system are sold separately, since this helmet also doesn't have an integrated sun visor. Lastly, the SZ-R VAS has a removable, washable, and antibacterial liner that also fits glasses. When we took the helmet out, it was a cooler day with a little bit of sunlight. During the test, our rider rode at about 130 km per hour on long stretches of highway. The day's airspeed on the helmet ranged from about 110 km per hour to 130 km per hour. The exterior temperature for the day was 7 degrees Celsius compared to the SZ-R VAS's interior temperature of about 6 degrees. So that's 1 degree less than the outside. When we look at the noise measurement, we see that the helmet came in at a noisy 106 decibels, but this is unsurprising for a jet helmet since the name says it all. During the test, our rider found the helmet to be very comfortable, quiet, and it ventilated well thanks to the strong airflow in the helmet. The main letdown was the lack of an internal sun visor and the pinlock lens in the box, since both features have become more and more standard. Though the lack of an internal sun visor is pretty standard for Arai, given they see these features as weakening the helmet's integrity. Now, let's see how the helmet did for our ranking. For material, since the SZ-R VAS is made of Arai's complex laminate construction and comes in 3 shell sizes, that's 4 stars. For weight as well, the Arai gets another 5 stars. For the visor, without the pinlock insert in the box, this helmet gets 3 stars. We were very pleased with the ventilation, and with 1 degree lower than the outside, the SZ-R VAS gets another 5 stars. For noise, it's no surprise that the SZ-R VAS gets 1 star with 106 decibels. Lastly, for comfort, the SZ-R VAS does well with 4 stars. This brings the Arai to a total of 3.5 stars at 27 euros per star, which isn't bad, though these stars are definitely coming in at the more expensive end of the market. Next up, we've got the Schuberth M1 Pro. This is another top jet helmet that definitely shows some strong similarities to the Schuberth C4 Pro, Schuberth's modular helmet. The shell of the M1 Pro comes in 2 shell sizes and is made of fiberglass through Schuberth's direct fiber processing method, where the fiberglass is extruded and molded in such a way as to make the helmet as light as possible. Nonetheless, this helmet came in weighing at about 1,401 grams. The M1 Pro comes at a recommended retail price of about 440 euros or approximately $490. For ventilation, the M1 Pro has 1 large adjustable vent in the top, at the front, and any other airflow will have to come from underneath the visor since that's the only vent. The visor of the M1 Pro is very large and pinlock prepared, and it even has an internal sun visor, though it does not come with the anti-fog pinlock insert in the box. The liner of the M1 Pro is removable, washable, and antibacterial, as well as coming with a pre-installed speaker, microphone, and antenna for the SC1M comm system. When we took the M1 Pro out, the airspeed ranged from between 120 to 130 km per hour, while the temperature outside was 9 degrees Celsius, with the helmet's temperature at 12 degrees Celsius. So, this does make the M1 Pro a good jet helmet for winter riding, but it'll definitely be hot during the summer. For noise, like any other jet helmet, the Schuberth M1 Pro was about 106 decibels according to our decibel meter. Nonetheless, our riders still found the helmet to have a quality liner that was comfortable, though it didn't reach that same level as the Schuberth C4 Pro. Our rider also was disappointed in the helmet's ventilation performance. Given the inconsistent performance of the M1 Pro, we've also got a confused ranking. For material, the Schuberth gets 3 stars for its limited shell sizes. For weight as well, though it came very close to the boundary, the Schuberth gets 4 stars. Like the Arai and the Shoei, the M1 Pro gets 3 stars for the visor since it does not come with a pinlock insert in the box. For ventilation, the score dips a bit further to 2 stars due to the 3-degree difference. For noise as well, this helmet gets 1 star, though this is on par with all the jet helmets we've road tested here. Lastly, for comfort, the M1 Pro did well, getting another 4 stars. This ranking brings the M1 Pro to a total of 3 stars at 26 euros per star, so a similar euro per star ranking as the Arai, though it performs half a star worse. Lastly, we come to the Shoei JCruise II, the successor to the already successful JCruise. This helmet comes at a recommended retail price of about 480 euros, or in the region of 530 US dollars. For the outer shell, the JCruise II has Shoei's advanced integrated matrix, AIM shell, to make it light and strong, especially considering this helmet comes in weighing at 1,370 grams in a size M, which isn't bad too. Even better, this helmet comes in 3 shell sizes, which is good since this means it will accommodate a wider range of sizes with a better fitting helmet. For ventilation, there are now 3 top vents that are all adjustable and 2 always open exhausts at the back. The visor is pinlock prepared with the pinlock insert not in the box. Lastly, the liner is removable, washable, antibacterial, and fits glasses, not to mention it also fits the SENA SRL-2 comm system. We tested the JCruise II in similar conditions to our other helmets today. The airspeed on the helmet ranged from approximately 110 to about 130 km per hour. While the exterior temperature for the day was 5 degrees Celsius, the interior temperature of the helmet was 6 degrees Celsius, so 1 degree hotter, which isn't too bad. For noise, this helmet also clocked in at 106 decibels, which is the same as all the other helmets. Lastly, for the ranking, we now have an optimistic looking score. For material, this helmet gets 4 stars thanks to its 3 shell sizes and AIM outer shell. For weight as well, the JCruise II gets 5 stars. For the visor, this helmet gets 3 stars since it doesn't have the pinlock insert in the box. For ventilation as well, the JCruise II does well with 4 stars again. For noise, as usual, the JCruise II gets 1 star, but this was expected. For comfort, the JCruise II did just as well as our other helmets with 4 stars for comfort. Overall, this brings the JCruise II to a total of 3.5 stars at 23 euros per star, which is an excellent value for money. Now, if we compare all the helmets all together, then we find the Arai and the Shoei perform very similarly. While the Arai does better for ventilation, Shoei is much more value for money friendly, being 3 euros per star less than the Arai. Unfortunately, the Schuberth does lag behind a bit by half a star overall, and its results do seem to range more widely. However, Schuberth still does hold its own in terms of comfort and visor, though it would have been nice to see this helmet perform stronger. If you'd like to purchase the Shoei J-Cruise II, Arai SZ-R VAS, or Schuberth M1 Pro, make sure to head to championhelmets.com, where we have a lowest price guarantee and great bundle deals including discounted visors and discounted comm systems. Overall, it seems only fair to say that we have more or less a tie between the Shoei J-Cruise II and the Arai SZ-R VAS. Both helmets show a focus on different helmet aspects and have done really well, and other than the Shoei's greater value for money and greater convenience with an integrated sun visor, the two helmets perform about the same. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe and let us know your thoughts or questions down below. I'm Sebastian from Champion Helmets, and thanks for watching.